My name is Dr. Fatima Qamar, and I am a Prevea family medicine resident. I am somebody who is a really good listener. I am compassionate, sometimes maybe too passionate, but I will always have your best interest at heart. And I mean, at the end of the day, nothing brings me more joy than to accomplish a goal together with someone. And that's what I would expect my patients to see, that I'm not gonna just look at the problem they're coming with. I'm going to go through all the history and background with them to see how I can best adjust things according to their needs, and maybe things that they might not be paying attention to, but we can tie it all in together. Because it's interesting, but you will note that when we talk about the word holistic, that's what health is. I think for me personally, I've always wanted to matter. I mean, that's a different definition for everyone, right? But for me, it was like, how can you be bigger than yourself? So you want to be at a place where you actually grow to be a better person, rather than, kind of take in the toxicity that does exist in some areas. So I know that I want to grow personally and also professionally, and I can't be at a better place.